Welcome, magical minds and curious souls. Today, we're embarking on a journey that's as wonderfully weird as it is captivating. We're diving deep into the extraordinary life of one of the wizarding world's most unique characters, Luna Lovegood. So, grab your Spectre Specs, watch out for Nargles, and join me as we uncover the magic behind the misunderstood Ravenclaw who taught us all that being different is perhaps the most powerful magic of all. Luna Lovegood's story begins in a quirky, cylindrical house not far from the village of Ottery St. Catchpole, the same area where the Weasley family resided. Born to Xenophilius and Pandora Lovegood on February 13th, 1981, Luna's childhood was anything but conventional, much like the witch herself. The Lovegood household was a haven of curiosity and open-mindedness. Xenophilius, the eccentric editor of The Quibbler, encouraged Luna's imagination and natural inquisitiveness from an early age. Their home was filled with bizarre, magical objects, experimental spells, and discussions of creatures most wizards dismissed as myths. But Luna's childhood wasn't without tragedy. When she was just 9 years old, Luna witnessed a terrible accident. Her mother, Pandora, who was an extraordinarily gifted witch with a love for magical experimentation, died when one of her spells went catastrophically wrong. This devastating loss shaped Luna profoundly. She could see thestrals from then on, those mysterious, skeletal, winged horses visible only to those who have witnessed death. But perhaps more significantly, it developed in Luna a unique perspective on life and death, a philosophical outlook that many would later misinterpret as oddity. Despite this tragedy, or perhaps because of it, Luna developed a remarkable resilience and an unwavering belief in possibilities beyond what others could see. This foundation would serve her well in her journey through the magical world. In 1992, Luna Lovegood received her Hogwarts letter and embarked on her educational journey. Sorted into Ravenclaw House, Luna exemplified qualities that went beyond the traditional Ravenclaw traits of intelligence and wisdom. She possessed a different kind of brilliance, an intuitive understanding of the world and people around her. Luna's first few years at Hogwarts were marked by isolation. Her classmates, unable to appreciate her unique perspectives, nicknamed her Loony Lovegood. They hid her possessions as a cruel joke, forcing Luna to post notices seeking her missing items at the end of each school year. But what's truly remarkable about Luna is how she responded to this treatment. Instead of growing bitter or changing herself to fit in, she maintained her authenticity. She didn't see her bullies with anger, but with a kind of detached curiosity, as if they were fascinating specimens of human behavior rather than sources of pain. Luna's distinctive appearance became part of her identity at Hogwarts. Her radish earrings, her butterbeer cork necklace, supposedly to ward off Nargles, her wand tucked behind her ear for safekeeping, all became iconic elements of her character. But these weren't mere fashion choices. They were expressions of her beliefs and her father's teachings. Academically, Luna was brilliant in her own way. While she may have appeared distracted in class, often gazing out windows or making unusual observations, she was a true Ravenclaw, creative, original in her thinking, and fascinated by knowledge, particularly magical zoology. Luna's life at Hogwarts changed dramatically in her 4th year when she met Harry Potter. Their first encounter on the Hogwarts Express in 1995 was characteristically unusual. Luna reading The Quibbler upside down, casually discussing Rackspurts and other invisible creatures. What made Luna's relationship with Harry special was how she saw him, not as the boy who lived or as a celebrity, but simply as Harry, In a world where Harry was either idolized or vilified, Luna's straightforward acceptance was refreshingly genuine. When the Ministry of Magic and Daily Prophet were smearing Harry's claims about Voldemort's return, Luna stood firmly in his corner. "I believe you," she told him, simply, words that meant everything to Harry when much of the wizarding world was against him. Luna became one of the original members of Dumbledore's army, the secret defense group Harry formed to prepare students for the coming war. Despite her dreamy demeanor, Luna proved to be surprisingly adept at defensive magic, particularly the stunning spell and eventually the Patronus charm. Luna's Patronus, a hair, perfectly embodied her character, quick-witted, gentle, and with a natural ability to leap beyond conventional boundaries of thought. During DA meetings, Luna showed not just magical talent, but immense courage and loyalty. The depth of Luna's friendship with Harry became apparent when she comforted him after his godfather Sirius Black's death. In a moment of profound grief, Luna was able to reach Harry with her honest, empathetic perspective on death and loss, shaped by her own experience losing her mother. The things we lose always have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the way we expect, she told Harry, words that revealed the philosophical wisdom beneath her eccentric exterior. In June 1996, Luna's loyalty was put to the ultimate test when Harry believed his godfather was being tortured in the Department of Mysteries. Without hesitation, Luna volunteered to accompany Harry to London along with Hermione, Ron, Ginny, and Neville. What followed was Luna's first real battle against Death Eaters. Voldemort's followers, for someone often dismissed as disconnected from reality, Luna showed remarkable focus and practical fighting ability. She held her own against experienced dark wizards, even while nursing a broken ankle. During this battle, we saw multiple facets of Luna's character emerge. Her practical side, suggesting using the reductor curse to destroy shelves of prophecies to create a distraction. Her compassion, helping the injured Ginny, and above all, her unwavering courage in the face of overwhelming odds. What's particularly noteworthy is that Luna went into this dangerous situation with eyes wide open. Unlike some of her companions, she fully believed Harry's vision might be a trap set by Voldemort, yet she went anyway. This showed a level of loyalty and bravery that exemplified the best qualities of all Hogwarts houses, not just her own Ravenclaw. The battle exposed the truth about Voldemort's return to the wizarding public, and for Luna personally, it cemented her place in what would become known as Dumbledore's Army Corps, the close-knit group of students who would continue fighting throughout the Second Wizarding War. As Luna entered her 5th year at Hogwarts, her social standing began to shift. Though still viewed as eccentric by many, her bravery at the Department of Mysteries earned her respect. This was the year Luna received an unexpected invitation from the newly returned potions master, Horace Slughorn. Slughorn, known for collecting students with potential or connections, invited Luna to one of his exclusive Slug Club Christmas parties. Interestingly, Luna attended as Harry's friend rather than on her own merits, though one could argue her unique perspective and abilities should have warranted her own invitation. This was also the year Luna revealed another talent: sports commentary. When she filled in as a Quidditch commentator for a Gryffindor match, students and teachers alike were treated to a broadcast unlike any other. Rather than focusing on the game, Luna discussed cloud shapes, possible Raxpur infestations affecting the players, and the personal lives of those on the field. Professor McGonagall may have been exasperated, but Luna's commentary became legendary at Hogwarts. a perfect example of how she approached everything in life from her own unique angle. But perhaps the most significant development this year was Luna's deepening friendships. She was no longer just that odd Ravenclaw girl, but a trusted ally and friend to Harry, Ginny, Neville, and others. When invited to Professor Slughorn's party, Luna embraced the opportunity with her characteristic enthusiasm, wearing spangled silver robes that made her, in Harry's words, look more Luna-like than ever. Luna's 5th year at Hogwarts ended with another battle, this time at the Astronomy Tower. When Death Eaters infiltrated the school, Luna was one of the DA members who answered the call, having taken some of the Felix Felicis luck potion Harry distributed. During this battle, Luna fought alongside her friends, demonstrating once again that beneath her dreamy exterior lay a witch of remarkable courage and skill. What makes Luna's participation in these battles particularly noteworthy is that she fought not out of hatred for her enemies, but out of love for her friends and what was right. The battle ended in tragedy with the death of Albus Dumbledore, a profound loss for the wizarding world. At Dumbledore's funeral, Luna offered comfort in her own unique way. While others were consumed by grief and fear about the future, Luna pointed out a beautiful day and expressed hope, a reminder that even in darkness there is always light to be found if you look for it. As the Second Wizarding War intensified, Luna returned to Hogwarts for her 6th year under the tyrannical rule of Death Eaters Amicus and Electo Carrow. Together with Ginny Weasley and Neville Longbottom, Luna rekindled Dumbledore's Omidyar army as a resistance movement against the new regime. Luna courageously participated in acts of defiance, including an attempt to steal the sword of Gryffindor from Headmaster Snape's office. These actions put her in grave danger, but Luna remained undeterred, her belief in doing what was right stronger than her fear. The Death Eaters soon realized they could target Luna to control her father. On her way home for Christmas in December 1997, Luna was taken from the Hogwarts Express by Death Eaters, kidnapped as leverage against Xenophilius, who had been using the Quibbler to support Harry Potter. Luna spent several months imprisoned in the cellar of Malfoy Manor alongside Wandmaker Garrick Ollivander, Goblin Griphook, and eventually Dean Thomas. Even in captivity, Luna's spirit remained unbroken. Ollivander later recalled how she was a source of comfort and hope during their imprisonment, her innate kindness shining through even in the darkest circumstances. While imprisoned, Luna created artwork on the cellar walls, portraits of her friends with the word friends linked in an endless golden chain. This simple act of creativity and love in a place of fear and despair perfectly encapsulates Luna's resilient spirit. Luna's liberation came when Harry, Ron, and Hermione were also captured and brought to Malfoy Manor. With the help of Dobby the house elf, Luna escaped to Shell Cottage, the home of Bill Weasley and Fleur Delacour. At Shell Cottage, Luna's perceptiveness came to the fore once again. When Harry needed to speak with Ollivander and Griphook about their mission, Luna intuitively recognized the importance of privacy and created a distraction. The subtle moment demonstrates Luna's emotional intelligence, a quality often overlooked when focusing on her eccentric beliefs. When word came that Harry had returned to Hogwarts, Luna didn't hesitate to rejoin the fight. During the Battle of Hogwarts, the final confrontation between Harry Potter and Lord Voldemort, Luna fought with distinction alongside the other DA members. In one of the battle's most powerful moments, when Harry was believed dead and hope seemed lost, Luna, along with Neville and Ginny, stood defiant against Voldemort himself. Their courage inspired others to continue resisting despite overwhelming odds. Luna's analytical mind proved valuable in the heat of battle as well. When Harry needed time to search for Ravenclaw's diadem, one of Voldemort's Horcruxes, Luna helped by taking him to the Ravenclaw common room and figuring out that the diadem was the lost diadem of Ravenclaw mentioned in Ravenclaw lore. When victory finally came, Luna contributed in one final, characteristically thoughtful way. She created a distraction so Harry could slip away from the post-battle celebrations for some much-needed peace. This small act of consideration showed once again Luna's unique ability to perceive what others truly needed. After the Battle of Hogwarts and the conclusion of the Second Wizarding War, Luna's extraordinary journey was far from over. In fact, one could argue her most magnificent adventures were just beginning. True to her lifelong fascination with magical creatures, Luna became a world-famous Magizoologist, a career perfectly suited to her open mind and believing heart. She embarked on daring expeditions across the globe, documenting rare magical creatures and making several important discoveries. Remarkably, Luna eventually confirmed the existence of several creatures previously thought to be imaginary. While she never found the elusive crumple-horned Snorkack, she proved that many other creatures her father had told her about were actually real but simply well hidden from wizard kind. Luna's personal life blossomed as well. She married Rolf Scamander, the grandson of famous Magizoologist Newt Scamander. Their shared passion for magical creatures formed the foundation of both their professional collaboration and their loving partnership. Luna and Rolf became parents to twin boys, Lorcan and Lysander Scamander. True to Luna's nature, she raised them with the same open-mindedness and encouragement of imagination that characterized her own upbringing, though perhaps with a bit more stability. Luna maintained her connections to her Hogwarts friends as well. She remained especially close to Ginny Weasley, who named her daughter Lily Luna Potter in honor of their friendship. Luna also continued contributing to the Quibbler, balancing her father's more fantastical articles with her scientifically verified discoveries. As we near the end of our journey through Luna Lovegood's remarkable life, let's reflect on the legacy of this extraordinary witch. What makes Luna's story so powerful is not just what she accomplished, but how she lived. With authenticity, compassion, and unwavering belief in possibilities, Luna's most profound impact wasn't in the battles she fought or even the magical creatures she discovered, but in how she touched the lives of those around her. To Harry Potter, she provided understanding when few others could. To her fellow DA members, she offered unconditional loyalty. To Ollivander, during their imprisonment, she gave hope in darkness. Luna taught us that intelligence comes in many forms, not just in test scores or conventional wisdom, but in emotional insight, creative thinking, and the courage to see the world differently. Her Ravenclaw qualities manifested not in reciting facts, but in questioning established truths and imagining new possibilities. The things we lose always have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the way we expect. This profound observation captures Luna's philosophical depth. Her understanding that life's journey is rarely straightforward but always meaningful, from her radish earrings to her spectre specs, from her belief in Nargles to her comfort with Thestrals, Luna embraced what made her different. In doing so, she became one of the most authentic characters in the wizarding world, someone who never pretended to be anyone but herself. Perhaps Luna's greatest lesson is that being weird is often simply being yourself in a world that expects conformity. In her uncompromising individuality, Luna achieved a kind of freedom that many more conventional characters never found. So, what can we learn from Luna Lovegood? that true wisdom often comes from unexpected sources, that loyalty and courage can wear radish earrings, that seeing things differently isn't delusion and it's often a gift. Luna once said, "Things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the way we expect." Her life exemplified this philosophy, from losing her mother to finding a new family and her friends, from being an outcast to becoming a respected Magizoologist. In a world that often pressures us to conform, to see only what others see, Luna reminds us to keep our spectre specs on, to look for magic and wonder in places others have stopped looking. She teaches us that being kind is more important than being right, that imagination is as valuable as knowledge, and that believing in something unseen doesn't make you crazy. It might just make you visionary. Luna Lovegood, Ravenclaw, DA member, magical creature expert, loyal friend, and perhaps the wisest witch of her generation, you reminds us all that there's extraordinary magic in simply being your authentic self. I hope you've enjoyed this journey into the life of Luna Lovegood. If you believe in the magic of being yourself, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and share your favorite Luna moment in the comments below. Until next time, keep your eyes open for Nargles, and remember, just because something is happening in your head doesn't mean it isn't real.